didn't think the spirits would actually pursue us out of the barrow. The bear spirit is as stubborn as he is colorful. Animal spirits have packs and pecking orders just as their mortal kin do. That bear we met was the pack leader of that barrow. A spirit noble, one could say. When we first met him, he was still half in hibernation. No doubt our battle roused him to full strength. According to the witches, the bear spirit claims you defiled his sacred ground. Perhaps your presence there was enough to warrant his pursuit. But I think that power you used to destroy the spirit wolf has something to do with it. A spirit of his strength is nearly eternal. We did not kill him, only disrupted his form for a short while. Why? I promised to find you some answers. I can't leave yet. Yes, I fear the worst for the Academy. And my mother. To be honest, I've been half tempted to make my way back home, but... If my mother is dead, then I'll be carrying out her last wishes. As long as you wish my aid, you have it. Thank you. My mother would not have requested I look after you were it not important to her. Then it's settled. Now, we should deal with that spirit army. We've been traveling together for a while now, long enough for me to learn that you are trustworthy and capable. You have the drive and integrity that I see in my greatest students. I wish to teach you as we travel. While my official tenure as an instructor is a new development, I've been teaching the arcane arts since I was a child, really. Spells are a small part of what I teach. My students are often new to the magical arts. Before they learn their first cantrip, they need to have their minds sharpened so that they can view the world through a scholar's eye. Our journey often has long stretches of travel and many idle hours by the campfire. I wish to use that time to teach you. Perception, memory, focus, all of these qualities can be heightened if you open yourself to the possibility that any problem can be solved with your mind. Excellent. It will be good to be an instructor once again. Now, shall we carry on? Come this way.
You follow me, okay?
If there's something I can do for you, just ask. What would you like to know? The Red Wizards are some of the most talented, and some would argue, ruthless, arcane practitioners in the realms. Nearly every ruler and authority figure in Thay swears allegiance to the Red Wizards. We are usually judged as tyrants first, and mages second. I am an instructor at the Academy of Shapers and Binders. I teach transmutive and transformative magic, my specialty. Most people assume that we're all disciples of one secretive school, but there are hundreds of academies. We commit the whole of our lives to a single aspect of arcane magic. Those who wish to learn a little bit of everything lack the focus and discipline we demand. I find transformative magic fascinating. I work with spells that can add a spark of life to otherwise inanimate materials. Kaji is one of my earliest, and might I add, finest creations. The students of my academy mostly focus on the rather morbid arts of binding and altering souls. You were kind to say that. I was fortunate to be raised by my mother and Master Jaffe. The two of them made certain that I grew up to be a magician, not a despot. Yes, though it is not a matter of fashion. Our tattoos are traditional symbols of arcane strength, and they are inked with magical enchantments that focus the bearer's will. What would you like to know? What would you like to know? I've spent my life at the Academy of Shapers and Binders, studying magic for as long as I can remember. The Academy is far south of here. This is actually my first time beyond the lands of Thay. Between my students and my own magical research, I have little time for travel. My mother was the headmistress of the Academy of Shapers and Binders. She was a rather inconsistent parent, sometimes very protective and forgiving, other times strict and callous. I often felt like a valued possession, not a daughter. I made a promise to... Never mind. The promises are just a convenient excuse. I want to see you through to the end of this mystery. There are very few people in this world who I trust, and one of them mildly defies the definition of person. For whatever reason, I trust you. Whatever happened at the Academy is probably over and beyond my control. But you, I can still help. For as long as I can remember, I've heard whispers, words, shouts, and mutterings. Sometimes at a deafening pitch, sometimes so quiet I barely notice. But it's clear that I'm the only person hearing them. For a very, very long time, I thought the voices were a sign that my mind was peculiar at best and fatally unhinged at worst. And before you ask, no, the voices have never taken control of me or forced me into action. Most often, gibberish, fragments of words, sentences so quiet they might as well be a mumble. Still, there is an occasional bit of guidance, dissuading me from foolish mistakes, or warning me when an unscrupulous classmate is trying to deceive me. I've tried every divining cantrip, every scrying spell in the Academy library, and they've told me nothing. The voices seem to be coming from both within and without. Oh, well, usually people associate voices in one's head with raving lunacy. In other words, you're welcome.